I hate the fucking New Orleans Saints playbook, bro. I am. What color he got? His home. Okay, so I should go white. I should go white then. He don't deserve to go out nowhere. He don't deserve to leave the house.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys
somebody's watching.
And the Chicago Bears.
Go to YouTube and type in my name.
Here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards
tackle,
shy
baby,
where
leg
he would have
wide.
been if he
You
had
said
taken
what?
a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
This nigga Cohen is fast as shit,
on the
bro.
game's first play. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You said what? No, I feel like 10.
They'll run on second down with Cohen.
Good tackle. Oh my God.
Down at the 31-yard
He got the first down for that.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Yeah, that's stupid. I know it's first down. Shut up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Nah, Cohen is fast as shit.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald.
And you said cover 2, too.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now Trubisky on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Second and 18. I'm doing cover 6.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
It's just me and you, brother. It's just me and you. 18.
Now Trubisky to throw.
Oh my God, bro.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
What are you talking about, bro? Nobody.
Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one.
I don't hear nobody talking, man.
Yards.
What's the safety doing over the top,
So
bro?
the big play means just like that, they'll
I don't
from
know.
the red zone now on first down. First down, a run with Cohen.
Oh my God, who the fuck is number 50?
Here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Alert.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, second and goal.
You're not ready.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Watch out. Alert.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage.
So we fucking do it, baby. Let's ride.
A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it, but here,
Block him.
take the points.
If you go for it here,
Good shit, D will take it.
you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walk.
Do you do it now? Oh, for real? What about now?
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
There we go. Check mark 45. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Check it out. We're going to 54. One in. Check three. Then we're going to 53. 26.
First down, Prescott. A little juke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Prescott off play action. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the completion, Frank Gore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Sweat, 45. Mike, 45. Hey, let's get ready.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
He's checking. Alert. Go. Oh, here we go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 77-yard punt return, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in. You can't block me. Check, 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 check. Hey, check.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Spine. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Check 25. Check 26. 36.
Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up second.
Cordero Patterson, touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Shit. Go to 54. Line in. We're going to 54. Line in. We're going to 53. 26.
Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott down. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Drop, 180. Mike by 4. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Safe. 6 guard, check 6 guard. Check.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got Fitzgerald. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
18. Let's get it. Big ass. Tight dog.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that's going to tie us at 13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Going to run again here with Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Undercross. He's coming. We're going to 54. Showing it.
Gore. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 24. Check 3. We're going to 53. Kill. Turn up. Kill. We're going 47. Under. 45. Mike, 45.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Prescott. It's complete. It's Gore. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Win the rep, let's go right here.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go! Shit! Back!
Now Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better. Hey, wahoo! Mike's by 4. Watch the run. Alert!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check 26, check 26. Check! Hatchet.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Put up! 180! Check 55! Red, top! All day. Any day. Kill.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Let's go, son.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Watch the eye. Red, top. Kill. You go tight.
On 1st down, Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Watch the safety crease.
They run the jet sweep with Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 43.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Safety's quick. We're going to 53. Check. Fresno. 47.
Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. He'll run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw. Buying time to his left. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, defense. Red, up. No. Off. Switch. Red, up.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Here's Austin. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and he stopped immediately there. Clinton Dix there for the stop. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. With Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep, a couple of the more memorable ones for sure. He's got Gore.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
47. Watch the pass. We got switch.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So close as he takes it off line. A huge play there in overtime. 96 yards, everything but the end zone. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Montgomery. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Trubisky keeps it himself, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. This Cowboy defense trying to hold them out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Check, crouch, alert, 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 alert. Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Jump, jump, jump.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets, every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every